What is up, guys? TZ here, another MLB The Show 17 video, and if you see our team over on the right side, you see we got the 99 overall hardware Cal Ripken. You get that by completing 50% of the Dynasty program. Basically to do that, you probably got to finish, or not the Dynasty program, excuse me. And basically to do that, you probably have to finish the Diamond program, so look to get that done so you can work towards unlocking this beastly shortstop in Cal Ripken. Didn't show his stats, but he's a savage and everything, but he's a little slow. He's only got 51 speed, but he's got crazy arm strength, and he's got really, really good hitting stats, especially against lefty. He mashes lefties like ridiculously. Anyway, you know we got to play at Camden for the Cal debut. I mean, the place where he played his whole career. He's the Iron Man, if you didn't know. He has the record for most consecutive games played, which is a little bit a sore spot in my eye. Because part of the way he beat the record, which was previously held by Luke Gehrig, and I'm a Yankees fan, was sometimes he would only come in for a couple innings and they'd pull him. So I thought that's kind of stupid. Gehrig was in there all game, every game. Then unfortunately he got sick, which you probably know. Luke Gehrig's disease, a really unfortunate thing. Anyway, David Wright and Griffey started off with base hits. You saw that we got the 99 Griffey in the last video. But now the man you've been waiting for, Cal Ripken, and we got a lefty on the bump. And he's smashing one into the right center gap. And that is going to get down for an RBI double. So in his debut, Cal Ripken is ripping an RBI double. My runners kind of froze, so that's probably 2 RBIs. But yeah, this guy's a savage. I do have a lot of respect for him though. As a player, he's a great player. Even barring what I said about the Iron Man thing, but he was a great player. Had a lot of power for a shortstop. Was crazy good defensively. Had a really, really strong arm. And yeah, really, when you look at it, one of the greatest shortstops in MLB history. There's no other way around that. Hall of Famer. But in this inning, we're already up 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Ted Williams crushed that thing to center field, but unfortunately he's able to make the catch. And then he's deciding right here that he had too much cal. That's what happened. He had too much cal. He's got to quit. But you know, we're not going to make that short little video. We're going to hop into another one. And I should have mentioned before, this is events, if you didn't notice. That's why we both got bronze pitchers. This guy's got a really good team. He's got the 90 Schwarber, which I haven't seen yet. That's what you get for collecting all live series Cubs. Really cool card, though. Hopefully I can get that sometime in the future. That was from his postseason run where he was just an animal. Not last year when he won the World Series. I believe it's the year before that. Because last year, if you remember, he only came back. I think it was in the World Series or Championship Series. I think it was the World Series when he came back, and no one thought he was going to be able to make it. But he's got Lou Brock leading off, and unfortunately we got a righty on the hill to face him, but Johnny Cueto does not care. Right here we throw a great slider inside, and what else is new? He gets a late swing, rips a double down the line, but that's to be expected. And you're going to see this on the pitch feedback. It's not just late. That was straight late on a slider on the inside corner. Really nice pitch, but you know, you don't get rewarded for that, unfortunately. That's really the problem with this game right now. That's what we've been trying to tell SDS. They're not rewarding the proper things. And you'll see Victor Martinez slaps from the other way. And I want you to take a wild guess what kind of timing he had in that pitch. Take a wild guess, because I'm sure you know it was just late, as you're about to see right here. Just late. It was an outside fastball, so that one's at least understandable. You know, it's one thing if pitches are down the middle or outside and you're hitting them just late. But it's what we're saying is it's the pitches like that one's somewhat down the middle, but that's 3 just late hits, 1 late hit, and 2 just late hits in a row. As I don't think I showed the pitch feedback there, but you could probably see, so this slapped the ground ball the other side. It was just late. And this is what we're trying to tell SDS, is the problem is it happens too consistently. They keep trying to say that it happens in real life as he makes a critical base running error. And we know that. We know late and just late hits happen in real life. But the fact of the matter is, they happen far too often in this game, and when you compare that to how often perfect swings are not rewarded, it's just very frustrating. And I get them too. There's going to be an instance later in this game that I get one too, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not saying it's just my opponents, but it's obviously more frustrating when your opponent's getting them. But it happens to everyone, and it's just kind of stupid, and that's what we're really upset about. As Griffey is up for the 2nd time in this game, grounding out to the first baseman right there. I am loving that 99 Griffey card. But Cal right here, getting his 2nd at-bat of the video, first of this game. We got 2 away, though, in the first inning. We were unable to get on with both David Wright and Ken Griffey Jr. I've been putting David Wright in the leadoff hole for my ranked seasons team too, or my just regular Dynasty team, and I really like him there. I don't know why. He always gets on base for me. He's a ton of power. But Cal unfortunately flies out. And right here, this guy must be a specialist. You cannot place a ball any better than that. You just can't. That was only 60 speed, and he's still beating it out on a swinging bunt. I didn't even get mad at that. I was just laughing about that. That was ridiculous. You literally can't place a ball better than that. Anywhere else, that's probably an out, but right there, perfectly placed. But Ted Williams, I believe that was just a swing, but I don't have a problem with that as much as the other ones. That pitch was low, a little bit away, to a great hitter. So, you know, that, not just because it was me, but that I don't really have a problem with. But Jorge, unfortunately, isn't able to cash in the run as we leave him stranded at third base. So we're still down 1-0. I'm feeling confident right now, though, because this guy really hasn't, shown me he can hit for the most part. I mean, he's still getting jammed on all these inside fastballs, so I'm just going to keep pounding the inside half of the plate until he's able to show me he's able to turn on some of these. But we get the first out, we get Schwarber up, and take a while to guess what kind of hit that was. If you hit, it rhymes with put plate. But Schwarber apparently is just a beast, even though he has terrible hitting stats first lefties. And right there, I'm telling you, this guy's a specialist at the bullshit hits. He is really a specialist at just dropping them in the right places. Victor Martinez is my nemesis, though, as I've said many times. I hate facing that guy. No matter if it's a bloop or a blast, he always seems to get a hit against me. And I hate him. I hate him so much. Everyone has him. Literally, everyone has him because he's so cheap in a ticket counter for some reason. It's cheaper than, like, freaking Oral Hershiser, who sucks. But I don't know why they did that. He's a great card, don't get me wrong, but he is my freaking nemesis. I cannot get this guy out. It's so frustrating. We got 2 down, though. We do get the next batter. I forget who it was, and now he's got Reggie Jackson, but we got a lefty on the hill. So I'm not too worried right here. Just hoping he doesn't get a late hit. It's really what I'm hoping right now. I'm hoping eventually it'll stop as we throw a good slider and then a good changeup. We got him fishing on both, and now we got him 1 and 2. You know we going up and in because this guy has shown me 0 times that he is able to hit that pitch. Right here, this is how you hit the ball. That's how you turn on an up and in fastball, not shooting it to the right field, like right center gap. You hit it, you turn on it, left center, line drive. That is the rookie Altuve. He has something like, he has some big time speed. As you can see right there, he has 6 hits. 5 of them came on late swings. I think he has 1 regular hit. That's another ball. Up and away, wait for it, shoot it to the left center gap with the lefty. Perfectly done. That is the hits that should be rewarded, not the just late and the late swings, SDS. We get it if it happens occasionally. I'm saying this again because it's so important. Like that ball is ripped. I'm saying this again. We don't mind if it happens occasionally. It should not be the best way of hitting is letting yourself get jammed every freaking time. It's so frustrating. David Wright delivers, though. I told you I love him in the leadoff spot. He's just been raking for me. Ken Griffey gets a pretty good pitch to hit, but unfortunately we chopped that one to the second baseman. I think we had our PCI just above that, just a smidge. We are able to cash in that run, though, that was on third. And then Reggie Jackson sends one decent out to left field, but unfortunately he's caught. That was probably just a late swing there, but it wasn't jammed. So, you don't get the same effects for whatever reason. There's got to be some way they can go in and change. It's the exit velocity is what it is. They got to change how the exit velocity is assigned is the problem. They have to assign whatever it is right now is the inside jammed hits are getting assigned way too high of an exit velocity. They got to tone that down. That's what will really fix the problem. I don't know why they can't do it. There must be something weird in the programming, just like Madden couldn't fix the swerve. Stuff like that. It's not as easy as you think. I get that. Games are released with flaws, but this one really sucks. Anyway, 1-2 count here. Alcides Escobar. We finally took the lead. We're up 2 runs, and we're getting him to fly. That's what happens when you should get shit jammed like that. That's what should happen. A little weak fly out to right field. But Edgar Martinez is up, and we take a cock shot down the middle. That ball should have been planted in the left field bleachers. But anyway, we're coming back. He's leaving a hanging curveball or slider, it looks like. And we're drilling that one to the right center gap. But Edgar Martinez, his old slow ass, is only getting a single. He has to stay at 1. But Jose Altuve, this is a 77 overall card. I'm pretty sure he's a player epic you get through the daily missions. I don't even remember how I got him. I'm pretty sure he was really easy. I think you got to collect like 2 players shorter than 5'8". You got to get something like that. So we're grounding out here to first. with Ken Griffey to end the inning so we don't get some more insurance runs. But again, as I said, first of all, it's a strike. Again, as I said, I'm very comfortable pitching to this guy just because he can't hit that pitch. He just can't. The only way he can hit that is if he gets that just late hit and it's a smash to right center or whatever. And it makes me kind of nervous to pitch inside, but you kind of just got to go after him if you know he can't hit it. You can't worry about that. Anyway, we get Schwarber swinging, and then we get V-Mart the fly out weakly to center field. And I'm really that part of his order scares me. He's got a bunch of good players. Like I said, that Schwarber looks really good. He killed me for most of the game. And right here, Ken Griffey is going to get his shit jammed, and he's going to put one out in left field, and that should in no way be a home run. I did not feel good about that at all. I'll be the first to admit that should not have been a home run. Like, look, that was just late, as you can see right there, inside fastball. I had the PCI on it. I get it's Griffey, but that should have been a fly out to left field. I get if he'd hit a line drive, but like those balls, that should not be a home run at all. It happened to me. It should be 3-1. I did not feel good when I hit that. Honestly, I just kind of laughed. Like I knew that was some BS. But I mean, I'll take it. I guess if everyone else is going to get them too, I'll take them. But now Cal's third at bat of the game, fourth of the video, and he gets me with a nice splitter. Was not expecting a splitter up and in. I kind of froze a little bit, but then Reggie Jackson absolutely just pimps one out to left field. That ball was crushed. This was an absolute just hanger right in the middle of the zone. You can't throw a slider there to Reggie Jackson or any lefty for that matter, really. But now we're at 5-1. We're looking really good. Ted Williams is looking to add to it as he smacks a single to left field, and we're just rolling right now. We're starting to stack up the runs. It took us a while, but we're getting rewarded for our good timing and good hits with some big-time blasts. But Edgar right there, he gets jammed, and he flies out to right field. It is Edgar Martinez, so he gets it pretty far, but it's still a fly out. That's the results we should have every single time. Anyway, we cruise through the top of the sixth, and Billy Wagner is sitting them down to end the game. I'm sorry for all the ranting in this video. I hope you guys did still enjoy. Cal Ripken on the squad. He will be the shortstop for the foreseeable future. If you did like the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Not a closer gets props like this, but this time I think it's well deserved. They needed him in some tough situations, and he passed every test with flying colors.
1 run on 6 hits. No errors.